welcome back to my channel. If you are new here and like the video, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button for more content. Thank you for watching. Hello everyone, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you I've been all over the place since I woke up, so my walls are ugly as fuck. Hold up. It's definitely better, except now I have that freaking... Before I start on the main subject at hand, which is going to be reacting to Hana's video, I have an announcement. I bought this huge ass candle because it was huge for like... Look at it! It's freaking... It's freaking huge! Ow. It smells nice. Harvest spice. So, I'm gonna light it. This is huge actually. Holy fuck. It was $35. $35. We don't talk about it. I make impulsive purchases all the time, and this is no different. So, fuck. Ah, my freaking breathing. I got two of them lit. I'm sorry! Everything's good here, just a poster falling over open flame. Yeah. This is not a good idea. You know what? 2 flames is okay. 3 is just too much. So it's gonna burn. I'm gonna turn this into like a cookie jar. I've never had a cookie jar, so this works out perfectly. Wait, no, can't I just like... No, that's too much. Okay. Well, anyways. Anyways, before this, I went to Dunkin'. This is their peppermint mocha signature latte almond milk because, well, you know, you should know. And 3 espresso shots. And I ate a shit ton of donuts before this, and now I just kind of feel sick, but kind of rolling with the flow. And I have a chicken biscuit. Their chicken biscuits are freaking amazing. Like, look at that. You know what? It would honestly taste better if it was the shape of a dinosaur. A little channel announcement, by the way. Y'all attacked me. I have a few announcements, actually. So, with the One Last Moment of You, I'm currently filming this November 7th, so it is a Monday. Ew, that's why today sucked. But it is a Monday. That hurts. It is a Monday. So by the time the second part, which is actually the alternative version, comes out, that will be a alternative version that comes out on this Friday, which is the 11th. 11/11. Oh man, I should have premiered that for 11:11 a.m. on 11/11/22. Anyways, so that is something I like to call it's kind of a butterfly effect, which there's not enough butterfly effects. I know Hana writes amazing butterfly effects. I know that they've been talking about it for a long time. You know, I'm just gonna go ahead and just start blabbering about Hana because this video is basically for Hana. So, before I do that also, Halloween! My Halloween special, what once was mine. Y'all attacked the fuck out of me. I thought I was gonna be a goner, like, not even kidding. Y'all murdered me in the comments. So it's kind of unavoidable at this point. There is only 2 parts out, but there is going to be an additional part. Actually, it might be more than 1 part. I'm not sure. The catch is that is not coming out until Halloween 2023. I apologize. Y'all are already murdering me in the comments as we speak. I know. That is just because it was originally a Halloween special, and we're way past Halloween now, and plus it gives me time to actually plan it, because, now think of this. Halloween special was about Mammon and his douchebagness. What am I even saying? Okay, so Satan left the battle before the battle really began. So Satan has to make an appearance. Plus, hear me out, Bokto's father, Asmodeus. I'm already creating this plot in my head, and y'all are gonna hate me for it. So, let's just go ahead and get to this. I remember where we left off! Hanako! You straight up left us at the worst cliffhanger, and then we waited for so long, and I had to wait even longer because this is like 2 or 3 days after it came out. Oh shit, I'm not ready. I'm scared. Okay, before we get into that, please check out Hana's channel. It is obviously more up to date because I am hardcore slacking on updates. I am so sorry. And the reactions are even worse. Oh my gosh. So, yes, go ahead and check out their channel. They are absolutely amazing and you'll not regret it. Yes, we are attacking you with compliments now. While I get this ready, of course. Dude, this was not like this 20 minutes ago. What the fuck happened? I mean, yes! Look at this shit! Hold up. Look at this shit. This was actually not here 20 minutes ago. This is fucking amazing. I feel like I just witnessed it turn the full-on 8,000 subscribers. Hold on. Let me text Hanako. Hold on, let me just like fangirl for a second. I'm so happy and so proud. Oh, I'm so happy, Hana. There is 8,000 people watching your content. Yo, I might cry for you. This is a reaction video, but we're also getting this reaction. What's cool though? Oh my god, I'm so happy. I'm so happy for you, Hana. Okay. Let's go ahead and get to this. But yes, this is war. Atsumu better be okay. Hold up. What the? Yo, why are you blurry? I hate my internet.
And with that, welcome back to the Red of Fate Part 3. Last time we started with the angst. Today we continue. I hope you will like it. Enjoy.
We continue the angst.
So Sakusa seemed to fall in and out of consciousness. He followed the paramedics in the direction they led him, but barely registered what was happening around him. His body moved in autopilot while his mind struggled to follow.
Yo, what? Was he? No, is that Atsumu that was shot?
His vision darkened, and everything around him felt cold. Every touch, like needles being poked into his flesh, and the blood still sticking to his skin and clothes seemed to burn in its vicious red.
Is this what we call trauma?
At some point, he found himself on one of the plastic chairs in the waiting area in the hallway. He didn't remember how he got here, or how long it has been. His mind circled back to Atsumu over and over again. The hallway was well lit, yet it felt as if a dark mass was closing in on him from all sides. His eyes zeroed in on the red on his hands, only one still covered by a glove.
Yo.
The blood filled the intricate lines on the skin, tracing the patterns at the seams of the stained area, slowly spreading.
That is trauma.
It seamlessly blended with the red string and tangled with his fingers. It wrapped itself softly around his wrist, thin, a feather-light touch, threatening to go unnoticed. Sakusa closed his fist around the only thing connecting him to Atsumu, the only evidence he had for his still beating heart, despite knowing that if it came to the worst, he wouldn't be able to hold on to it. His grip tightened. Translucent teardrops fell onto his hand, mixing with the slowly drying red. He barely registered the sobs clawing their way from his throat as he hunched over and held his hand close to his chest. Kiami!
Don't cry.
Komori ran up to him in a haste, holding his sides as he came to a sudden halt before the taller and breathing heavily. His eyes traced over Sakusa's slumped-over form, muscles tensed and body shaken by quiet cries. Kyo. The freshly knotted thread danced through the air, shimmering in the light. It was scarcely visible to spectators not connected by the red, even more so as it was getting progressively thinner. Kyo, it's gonna be okay. Don't. He got shot. Otoya, he got shot, and I never... I was too afraid of tearing him down with me, and now I'm gonna lose him. If I had just...
The voice acting!
He swallowed, fighting for air. His hands flew up to his face, covering his eyes as the tears created a steady flow, falling from his cheeks to the ground. Hey, wait. He gently took his wrists, careful not to touch the bare skin. Carefully, Komori pried them away from his face, pulled a tissue from his pocket, and started wiping the blood away. Sakusa let him. He wished he could muster the energy to feel grateful, to express the gratitude he ought to feel towards his cousin, but all he felt was numb, as his gaze lingered on the red thread. Hey, Atsumu's persistent. He's stubborn. He waited for so long for you to return his affections. Sakusa flinched. He would have preferred not to be reminded of that, even though he was aware that he deserved the pain that came with it.
You know, I didn't... Whenever I first sat down to actually go to watch it, I totally forgot where we left off. And the moment I hit play, I was just like, oh yeah. Atsumu kind of got shot and is kind of dying. And Sakusa is kind of losing it. And crap, I wasn't prepared for this. This is nasty. Oh wait, no, it's kind of good. It's something. It's caffeine.
Do you really think he will die before he got it? Before he knows that you're safe? You are his soulmate. That means something.
my
He won't leave you behind. Sure, because being soulmates means dying together. He huffed, bitterness assembling at the back of his throat.
Whoa! No! Is he implying that if Atsumu dies, he... Excuse me. Oh, dear Lord.
Soulmates die years apart all the time. His hand closed around the string again, desperately wishing he could hold it, really hold it. But it's less likely with bonded soulmates. We weren't on it when he got shot. This hardly counts. His head slumped down again as the string fell from his hand, hanging loosely from his fingers. He won't. Atsumu won't. What do you want from my brother?
No!
Sakusa flinched. The voice sounded so similar to Atsumu's, yet different. He knew from brief conversations who this must be. Osamu Miya, Atsumu's twin brother. He dreaded looking up. Wasn't sure if he would be able to bear seeing him. Technically, Atsumu never specified if they were identical twins, but for the off chance that they were, seeing someone, a perfect replication of your soulmate, while he was on the brink of death, holding on by a thread, he wasn't sure he would be able to handle it.
Oh my gosh. You're breaking me.
Mori next to him gasped and took a shattered breath. His eyes started from Osamu to Sakusa and back before zeroing in on the twin. You are Atsumu's brother.
But now I'm just paranoid.
Can't you tell? His voice sounded like he forcefully feigned indifference. A supposedly calm tone underlined his words but failed his purpose entirely. It shuddered and was laced with an icy poison. He was in pain, worried and barely holding himself together. It was clear to Sakusa that Osamu desperately tried to make sense of the situation and find the one person to blame.
He's not the one. It's the one who shot him.
Yeah. I'm sorry about everything. He could hear him gritting his teeth and the quiet sound of shuffling as a person he previously hadn't noticed next to Osamu moved. Surprised, the barista lifted his head.
Suna!
He had been right. He wasn't prepared for the sight of Atsumu's twin. Yet the subtle but striking differences between the two made it easier. Their whole posture and aura varied greatly, contrasting and complementing each other, and Sakusa was more than grateful for the silver hair where Atsumu's was blonde.
Is that Suna?
Next to the silver hair stood a black-haired man,
Suna!
holding his hand and observing them silently. His eyes were red-rimmed just like Osamu's, yet he was much calmer. His face had something fox-like, and the dark eyes, despite looking rather uninterested at times, were vigilant.
Suna!
Why are you here? What do you want from my brother? The question seemed genuine, yet the undisguised tremble accompanying his words exposed his anger.
Holy shit. Holy shit. There was a wasp in my room. This is about 30 minutes after the fact. Traumatized. We're talking about trauma. I'll show you real trauma. I've been sitting outside of the house for 30 minutes. Now I'm just paranoid. Where did the thing even come from? have never opened my window.
Komori opened his mouth to answer, yet fell silent again when Sakusa simply lifted his hand, exposing the quickly thinning string fresh enough to be seen by others. I'm sorry. He slumped down on one of the chairs, his anger leaving his body at once, making space for desperation and grief.
Osamu?
How long did you know? How long since? He gulped, but Sakusa didn't need him to finish to understand.
By the way, any background noise you may hear, I'm no longer home alone. This is my first time reacting or doing any editing, not home alone. So, I apologize in advance.
Maybe a couple of minutes ever since it happened. Osamu flinched, pain flashing over his face. Did you know him before? He nodded slowly. Maybe he didn't know him as well as he wished, but he did know him. He knew Atsumu, his kind smile, the feeling of warmth that a simple touch, even when separated by fabric, would spark within him. It was engraved into his memory, his very soul. I work at the cafe he gets his coffee from. I know it isn't much. I shouldn't. You're Sakusa.
He talks about him. He talks.
A bitter laugh bubbled up in his throat. Glad to know he does know my real name after all. Osamu chuckled as well, more sincere than the barista. Yeah, sorry about that. My brother's an idiot. He means well, though. At least, most of the time. When he isn't stupid enough to play hero. He saved my life. A long moment of silence filled the room. Sakusa's eyes were fixated on the string as if it would vanish the moment he looked away. I'm sorry. This must all be really traumatic for you as well.
Trauma?
Kiyomi said nothing. Even if he wanted to, even if it wouldn't have felt wrong to reply, he had no idea what to say. Of course, Osamu wasn't wrong, but that hardly mattered right now. Hours passed. The fleeting light of day vanished quickly, swallowed by the growing shadows, until a blanket of darkness engulfed the city, only torn by streetlights and neon signs. Sakusa tried sending Komori home, but every attempt ended up futile. He insisted to stay by Sakusa's side, knowing very well what hospitals did to them. The simple fact that he hadn't fled the scene yet spoke for the gravity of the situation, of how much was on the line.
It's us. Wait, where's Suna?
Someone and his partner, Suna Rintaro, as he introduced himself after.
Call me psychic. Suna.
While were soulmates as well. The string connecting them was from a strong, deep red. Sakusa caught a glimpse of it when their hands touched.
Suna.
He briefly wondered if Atsumu and his could have ever gotten that strong. If there ever was a chance to be connected to the blonde in that way.
Honey, no.
Family of Atsumu Miya?
Future.
Osamu got up immediately, with Suna by his side. Sakusa did too, but hesitantly. He wasn't his family. He was merely a stranger, and the reason Atsumu was here.
No, you're not the reason, my dude.
He tried listening to the doctor, but beyond, he is alive, and should recover in a few weeks. Everything flew straight past him. It was drowned out by a consistent ringing in his ears. He was alive. Atsumu was alive. He would stay alive.
Yes. I knew it.
Sakusa felt like he could pass out on the spot, his vision blurred. Sakusa, you're coming?
Oh, he's already accepted him into the family. Okay, I like this.
He gulped. The room was swaying before his eyes as he followed them down the hall. He heard him before he saw Atsumu. His words were slightly slurred from exhaustion, and he was very obviously under the influence of pain medication and the lasting effects of the anesthesia. Sakusa stepped in carefully, hesitant. His heart beat rapidly in his chest, relief and worry battling within him for dominance. Samu, I'm fine. Fine? You idiot are the opposite of fine. I can't leave you out of my sight for even a second. Not true. You got shot. It was hardly my fault. He tried in vain to glare at his twin, his eyes unfocused and glassy. They wandered through the room until he recognized Sakusa. Ami, save me. He whined and reached out for the barista. Sakusa gulped and hesitantly stepped closer. I'm glad that you are alright, Atsumu. The blonde's eyes widened in shock before he broke into the widest grin, his joy drowning out the smug smirk he threw at his twin. See? I told you he likes me. Instead of giving a snide remark, Asumu's eyes flew to the red string around Sakusa's wrist. Confused, Atsumu followed his example.
He's gonna find out.
You found your soulmate, Ami.
Haven't we suffered enough? This better just be one hell of a misunderstanding, because
It sounded weird, calm, and somehow detached. Sakusa felt cold dread settling in his stomach. Of course, he wouldn't be happy about it. He knew that. Yet, despite all his efforts to keep a safe distance, nothing could have prepared him for the pain Atsumu's disappointment inflicted. Like a slow but vicious venom, the sensation spread from his chest, expanding with every heartbeat.
explain yourself.
I'll give you a moment. Don't do anything stupid, Sumu.
Like get shot again? Just an
The blonde
idea.
didn't reply. His eyes traced patterns on the blanket while he fumbled with it nervously. The sound of the door shutting close cut through the air and left them in nothing but silence. Suddenly, the atmosphere seemed to thicken, and it got harder to breathe, as if the very string around his hand had started wrapping itself around Sakusa's throat with malice.
Oh, lovely.
Atsumu, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I should have. It's alright, Sakusa. It's my choice to.
Third time I almost burned down the house. It fell on top of the candle. At this point, I feel like the universe is trying to tell me to not do this reaction video and do my homework. But we're gonna test it one more time. I swear, there's another wasp. Hold up, I don't even remember what happened. I just saw the bag fall on top of the candle. Oh my shit.
Do it. I couldn't just stand by letting someone get hurt, could I now? Looks like I'm not as selfish and arrogant as you thought.
Who said that?
Yet it was flawed. Sakusa had seen him smile, genuine and bright, 100 times, and this wasn't one of them. His bottom lip quivered as he forced it to stretch into a grimace, a facade to cover his pain. His words dripped with a barely hidden sadness. Like an unknown poison, it fell from his tongue onto Sakusa's heart. You never call me that. I asked you so many times, but you never... I'm sorry. That was stupid of me. No.
No.
He said it before he could stop himself, yet, much to his own surprise, he didn't regret it. Now, Ami. What an awful timing to take a liking to the nickname. He laughed. It was off, but this time he blamed the medication for the way his head fell back against the bed. His eyes closed before slowly opening again.
No. Did you... Soulmates?
I'm keeping you from resting. I should go. No.
Sekisa Kiyomi. Oh, hell no. Yo, I'm getting stressed.
Stay.
Yes. Explain
He
yourself.
was utterly pitiful, with a pale skin glistening with sweat and watery eyes, pleading for the black hair to remain by his side. Yet, the expected disgust was replaced by a yearning of giving in to the plea. He knew he shouldn't. It would hurt all the more the longer he stayed, but the simple thought that this might be the last time they met made him stay.
What?
Every second with him he previously deemed so wasteful now became unspeakably precious.
Yo, what the fuck
He
is
didn't dare
happening?
touch him, too afraid the usual itch might return at any given second. He didn't want to feel the repulsion that would come with it, but he sat down by his side.
Yo, what's going on? Like, actually?
He watched him with tired eyes as his shut close, the exhaustion abruptly becoming overwhelming, like gravity had increased tenfold. He spent hours by his side observing the heaving of Atsuma's chest, counting every heartbeat recorded by the machines attached to him and observing the red string connecting the two, floating in the dim moonlight and later the first rays of dawn.
Yo, that's actually kind of commitment. I feel like with the heartbeat thingy, I'd lose count within, like, the past 10. I only have 10 fingers.
It was still so thin, so fragile. He didn't know what it meant, and the merciless part of his mind held on to the idea that Atsumu could suddenly slip away, just like that.
I mean, if you explain yourself.
It made him stay longer than he wanted, longer than he should. His thoughts laced with the horror stories of soulmates that were at work, shopping, or at a friend's house when suddenly their string snapped, announcing undeniably and unforgiving the departure of their other half.
Yo, this is like a lot of pausing suddenly, but that would be horrifying. Like, actually, you could be the only one that knows that. Or, like, definitely the first, but the only one that could ever know that. Although I'm pretty sure if you saw your your soulmate string snap, you'd be like, oh, what the heck? And then go to the police or something. No, that's horrifying.
Sometimes, strings that hadn't even been connected yet appeared on people's wrists out of nowhere. Their mates died without ever crossing paths, or they had missed their opportunity.
That's
Did
even
Sakusa
more
miss this
horrifying.
opportunity? Or at least almost. If he hadn't touched Atsumu, would he have died? The only relic for the barista, a single loose string around his wrist.
So, I'm probably getting this wrong. The soulmate is the finger. I don't know if it's the pinky specifically, but the finger. But if they died, it'd be the rest. Right? I don't know. I'm tired.
They said it was easier for people like that to move on, having never met their soulmate. But Sakusa did meet Atsumu. He did. And he was just too coward to face reality.
Sorry. No, because that's actually horrifying, though. How would it be easier to move on? That's still... Well, I do get that they never met each other. That is still technically your soulmate, which is someone that you could have possibly had so many wonderful memories together, but suddenly those memories are not a thing, and they never would be, and you missed all of that out because you never met your soulmate because they died before you were able to meet them. That's how I would see that, at least. What the heck, man?
A reality in which they were soulmates, and Atsumu didn't want him. It wasn't unexpected. He knew whoever would be stuck with him must hate the whole soulmate thing as much as he did. It must feel like a curse. When did he become so delusional? When did he allow hope to grow?
With Atsumu.
With a heavy sigh, he got up from his seat. His eyes zeroed in on the red thread around Atsumu's finger, causing bitterness to assemble at the back of his throat, only soothed by the peaceful expression on Atsumu's face. The morning sun played on the blonde hair, making him look like an angel. I'm sorry, Atsumu. I wish I could set you free to be with someone deserving of you.
No.
A single tear fell from his face, following all tracks.
Don't cry.
I love you.
He's
His
awake.
fingers caressed the back of his hand slightly as he forcefully shoved his fears aside for one last touch.
Please be awake.
Has something changed?
Suna!
SakuAtsu looked up. Suna walked toward him, looking almost as tired as he felt. Behind him, Osamu was still fast asleep. SakuAtsu knew for a fact that the silver-haired twin had been up the majority of the night, checking up on his brother frequently. No, he's still asleep. Suna nodded slowly, and SakuAtsu turned around to leave. Wait, the bond is still fresh, right? Do you have his number? I can give you... Not necessary. Thanks.
Suna, stop him.
Turned around again, knowing for a fact that he wouldn't be able to hold back his tears much longer.
Stop. Why are you doing this? 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 Why are you doing
Thank you for watching till the end. I hope you enjoyed it. This was so much fun to do. Yeah, I'm sorry for the angst, but there will be another part, a final part, only one more to go. Yay! And I promise a happy end. I do. You know me, I do not well with not happy endings, so yeah.
I'm well aware.
Also, tell me if you would want, or if you would like a super cut of this whole series so that you could watch it in one go without any interruptions and anything. And now I hope you have a wonderful and amazing day.
Okay, as a fellow content creator, I know why you made a cliffhanger. Mostly because, okay, it's pretty much a thing that content creators, or honestly any author does. They create these cliffhangers so that you'll come back for the next video, the next book, the next comic, whatever it may be that they excuse me, whatever it may be that they create those cliffhangers so that you will come back to them. But damn it, Hana, damn it. That was definitely an amazing video. I actually, hold up, I don't think I've ever read or watched a soulmate AU with the red string. Like, I did read one where it was, I got attacked. I got scared by my own tattoo. Now I'm just paranoid. Tattoo. Okay. I did read one where, like, I can't remember what it's called, but you write down and then it will appear on your soulmate's arm. I have read that one before. I have not read one based off of the red string. I think it's the pinky. I don't know. If not, I'm just like T. I don't know. I hate myself. So it is definitely interesting, and I like how this is going. I know basically any AU can turn out differently. I'm sure some of you guys may know based off of just me and Hana's Halloween Demon AU specials alone. And I have not read that many Demon AUs, but I know that they're all different in their own way. That is something that you can be creative on based of whatever you want to create, I guess. So I'm sure that is just the same with soulmate AUs. I definitely love it though. But I'm so beyond ready. I'm so freaking ready to watch the 4th part, which I have to wait for, which I totally understand. I know both me and Hana are getting ready for exams. Ew. Plus finals is right around the corner. Actually, I've never had to deal with this, but I guess college works a little bit differently. I basically start later than normal high schoolers. Normal schoolers. Normal kids. I'm not a kid. What's the word I'm thinking? High schooler, because not just high schoolers, it's also middle and elementary. Normal people who go to school. Below college level. That works. Well, we kind of go to start class later in the year than they do, and we also finish earlier than they do. That's the only thing I like about college. Plus, it's not every single day like normal school, which that's another reason why I hated school before, because I'm getting too much too in depth with it. But so I've never had to deal with what I'm about to face, because finals would normally be about the 2nd or 3rd week of December. Well, not for me anymore. Finals, drum roll please. That was pathetic. December 5th, which is Akashi's birthday and my birthday. So I'll be spending 8 hours behind a desk doing finals for 8 hours on my birthday on top of work. I cannot call out on that day. That's fine, I'd rather be at work. That was amazing. How do I always get that? I'm so tired. How do I always get that sidetracked? I literally have no idea. I'm so sorry. This is why I deal with long ass edits. Anyways, that was honestly amazing. I'm so looking forward to the 4th part. I am going. Oh yeah, that's why I went on to college, because Hana class, and then I went on to me. Anyways. I honestly, the voice acting, like I literally had to pause, or like I don't remember if I paused or not, but that voice acting. Let me tell you, Hana, your voice, everything. Your voice is so freaking amazing. I simp over your voice, okay? And the writing too. I like the writing. I have no idea how you write like that. And like English isn't even your first language, and that makes it even more impressive. I can't even write like that, and I've known English since I was born. Not really, because I didn't speak whenever I was born. That'd be kind of creepy. But English is the only language that I know fluently. I can't English half the time, So the fact that you can write like that and that's not even your first language is honestly astounding. And how do you write like that? Like, even as an English speaker and writer, I'm always going on Google and like cinnamon, 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 synonyms for a specific word, so it sounds more fancier and more vocabulary advanced. English who? So definitely amazing. So I'm gonna go ahead and head off before either one, I try to bring down the house again, or two, a wasp comes flying into my room again. Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you like to be kept up to date, check out any of my social medias. I hope that you all have a wonderful day or evening.